Hello everyone, we are going to study the various stages of mitosis in the temporary mount of onion root tip. So we will study the various stages of mitosis of a plant cell, for example an onion cell. So we will study and we will go through it and we will observe the various structure differences among them to the various phases of mitosis. So we will have a small introduction first of all. So it is the most important characteristics of a living organism to grow and increase in their number. So how it is possible for them to grow and increase in their number? Which makes it possible? It is because of cell division or cell reproduction. So cell division and cell reproduction is an important characteristics for every living organisms to survive. For example, a child grows into a man, a plantlet grows into a tree. How it is possible for them to grow and increase in their number? It is because of cell division and cell reproduction. The cell division was given by W. Fleming in 1882 and the cell theory was given by Rudolf Virchow in the year 1858. So according to the cell theory, Rudolf Virchow, he told that every cell arises from a cell. According to him, cell only not divide from its nuclear part, but it also divides by the organelles which are essential for expressing the genetic information. Mitosis process occurs in both animal cells and plant cells. In every organism, living organism, it goes through. It is maybe in the somatic cells or the vegetative cells. A single cell divides into two identical daughter cells. The daughter cells have the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell have. When the mitosis process is undergoing on, there is division of nucleus as well as the other cell organelles which are important for the inheritance of the genetic material and for their expression also. So in mitosis, the division of cells occurs along with the nucleus and the genetic material as well as the cytoplasm also. It is a complete division. Mitosis, it occurs in all somatic and vegetative cells. The number of chromosomes remains same in the daughter cells. The two daughter cells are produced as a result of mitosis. The daughter cells are similar to the parent cell and it is of short duration. Here we can see the diagrammatic representation of mitosis. Here DNA replication is going on. After that, in the third diagram, there is the process of mitosis is occurring. The mitosis occurs in 4 stages, that is interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So after going under these processes, the two identical daughter cells are formed which have same number of chromosomes and genetic material in them. Now we are moving different stages of mitosis. Here it is the different stages of mitosis is here. It is resting cell, interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase and karyokinesis. Each cell division consists of two events, that is karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis means that when the cell division is going on in the mitotic division, there is division of nucleus. After that, followed by cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm. So karyokinesis has 4 stages, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So these are the basic points which are given here. That prophase, the appearance of chromosomes occurs in the prophase. In the metaphase, spindle formation and arrangement of chromosomes occurs at the equator. At the anaphase, movement of the daughter chromosomes towards pole, and telophase, formation of the daughter nuclei. So first of all, we just say that in prophase, the uncoiling of the chromosomes start occurring. So in metaphase, these chromosomes are arranged at the equator point with the help of a spindle fiber formation, so that further the centromeres, two centromeres are formed, where these chromosomes are attracted towards it for the cell division, nucleus division. Anaphase, the movement of the daughter chromosomes towards poles occurs, where telophase, the formation of the daughter nuclei is formed just after, followed by the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is the division of the cytoplasm to form two daughter cells. Now here is the resting cells. We can see that resting cells, it is a non-dividing cells. It is a small cell. Nucleus is a small one. Genetic material is in the form of chromatin granules. Nucleus and nuclear membrane are quite distinct. So here in the diagram you can see that in the nucleus there are small dot-like structures. They are chromatin granules. So we are coming to the interphase. So in interphase, this is the diagram. Interphase, it appears just as a resting cell. However, it is the most active biochemically, as all its future requirements for cell division are manufactured during this phase. It is of very long duration, in respective of prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. It is the most long phase. Here the nucleus is large, distinct, and occupies most of the space of the cell. The nucleus has a nuclear membrane. The genetic material is in the form of chromatin thread, and their ends are not visible. Duplication of the genetic materials, chromosomes, takes place during this phase. Here the genetic materials, that is chromosomes, start getting duplicated. We can see that here in the first diagram, it is the view of replication of the genetic material. In just a neighbor diagram is the microscopic view of the interphase. Here in the black part, in the nucleus form, we can see that there is a chromosome duplication is occurring here in the nuclear part. Now coming to the prophase, this is the microscopic view. The pink part, it is the microscopic view of the prophase, and it is the diagram. So in prophase, the chromatin network begins to coil and appears as a long thread-like structure called chromosomes. So the chromatin structure network begins to coil. So each chromosomes consist of two chromatids that are joined at a point called centromere. So the nucleus gradually disappears from early prophase to low prophase. The nuclear material just starts division. You can say that it is also a very important phase where these spindle fiber formation occurs. So the nucleus gradually disappears from the early prophase to the late prophase. The nuclear membrane also starts disappearing in late prophase. This is the third stage of metaphase. It starts with the complete disappearance of the nuclear membrane. The chromatin becomes shorter and thicker due to dehydration and condensation. They acquire a specific shape and size. The chromatids move towards the center of the cell with their centromeres arranged in an equatorial line. So we can see in this diagram that the nuclear membrane is completely disappeared. The chromatin becomes shorter and thicker due to dehydration, and they acquire a specific shape and size. The chromatin moves toward the center of the cell, and along with their centromeres arranged as an equatorial line. In the middle of the diagram, we can see that there is an equatorial line. So fine fibrils appears at the cell cytoplasm and are organized to form spindle fibers. So fine fibrils, we can see, look at this dotted lines in the vertical position, that these are the fine fibrils which appear in the cell cytoplasm and are organized to form spindle fibers. The centromere of each chromosome lies in the equator and is attached to the spindle fibers. Now we will come to the anaphase. This is the microscopic structure as well as the diagrammatic representation of the anaphase. The centromere of each chromosome is divided into two, so that chromatid gets its own centromere. So here we can see that in the, just like North Pole and South Pole, we can see that there is doubling of chromosomes occur here. The spindle fibers get attached to the centromere of their side. The spindle fibers gradually shortens so that the chromatids with the centromere is pulled apart towards its respective pole. And at the poles, the chromatid behaves as an independent chromosomes, as the chromosomes number of the daughter nuclei is maintained the same. So now we are moving towards the telophase. This is the diagrammatic representation of telophase as well as the microscopic representation of the telophase. So here the two nuclei are formed. So at each pole, the chromatids, now the chromosome become uncoiled and thin and invisible. The chromosomes are again reorganized into network of chromatin threads. The nucleolus and nuclear membrane reappear again. Then the two daughter nuclei are formed at the two poles of the cell. The two daughter nuclei formed are qualitatively and quantitatively similar to the parent's nuclei. Both the cells are equivalent to the parent nuclei. The parent cells, the cell plate extends on either sides. The cell plates which are watching is longitudinal structure, that is it just extends towards towards each side, and that completely divides the cell cytoplasm into two. The middle one, here equatorial line, here thus it is called middle lamella. Thus this cell plate is called middle lamella. The animal cell is simply pinched off into two daughter cells by the constriction. So it was an overview of this practical, that was to identify the various stages of mitosis in the onion root tip. So hope you have gained more information about this. So thank you.